Hello, a star is born on the 17th of September, and that's you listening to me. What a powerful day to be born on, when some of the major planets in Virgo are all being very, very active. You could be a scholar of some kind. You could be a professional of any kind, a doctor, a lawyer, an architect, a dentist, whatever you want to be, because you'll be of the type who likes to study books and pass their exams and go on to university. And some of you may even teach in universities and colleges because you would like to be with students and teach them how to become better people. So it's a wonderful day to be born with a character which is going to be very solid in many ways. You will help all your family members and even your sibling and their children as well. You will be keen to help them because you'll be very proud to see young people go to school and to do well in school. And so you will leave yourself to be left unattended many times. And very often you may delay the success for yourself because you have to look after so many responsibilities of grandparents, of parents and children and siblings. But you are that's kind of a strong person. You will do that for the sake of the family. You should marry later than earlier because you'll have too many responsibilities of all these kinds I've mentioned. And if you marry early, then that added responsibility may just be too much. And you won't be able to do what you're really destined for. You are destined for a lot. You are destined to be a very lucky person, whether in the government department or whether in any kind of business ventures. Business ventures in the real estate business will be very lucky for you. And even in businesses of any kind, you will excel a lot because you are a studious and very warm person who will attract help from people at every time. So marry later than earlier because your responsibility is too behind. I suggest your marriage should be the earliest at the age of 26, but better still if it's the ages of 30 or 31 or 32, when you'll start to find your feet and become very solid yourself, solid with a good income and good investments. You'll be very interested as a stock trader to be working in the industry of all the stocks and shares because you're a long term player. You're not one of those who sparks of good energies here or there. You get the experience, you work at it, and then you excel. That we call is a long term player. You have the personality which is wonderful and very helpful, and you will reach out to people and show them the way how to become successful as well. So that's the type of person that you are. But never forget about yourself. Don't leave it to too late to look after yourself. You'll be very attracted to politics. You because you are a person who is dedicated to your country as well. So the dedication from you is everywhere. And so you will go into politics. And you will go into politics with a purpose and be very successful in politics as well. Because you will have care for the people of the country and the country itself. So I'm talking about a person who is very solid and very giving. And there's givingness. You have to limit it as much as possible, or you're going to one day find it's too late helping everybody else and just not helping yourself enough. I'm going to give you some ages, which I call the positive ages in your life. Some call it the milestones in your life. These are positive ages. When you are the age of eight, I'm sorry, not, yes, when you are the age of 8 or 17 or 26 or 35 or 44 or 53 or 62 or 71 or even 80 or 89 years old, you're going to be very busy on your feet because your life will always be very long to give you more than enough time to help society and the country. So these, as you approach these ages I've just mentioned, your luck will start to increase. Then when you get into these ages, you will be the rewarded for many things. I'm going to give you another set of lucky ages just to show you. Another set of lucky ages is your ages of 5, 14, 23, 32, 41, 50, 59, 68, 77, or 86 or 95 years old. You'll also be very lucky. So these are the lucky ages. I'm going to add one negative cycle for you to show you that negative planets also have their own cycles. So be very careful. At the age of 6, 15, 24, 33, 42, 51, 60, 69, 78, and 87. Be very careful of these ages because the negative planets will have a chance, either accidents or old age problems or even younger day problems, and losses in income and anything like that can happen during the negative cycles. So you see, when you see me for a 90-minute session, which will just cost you USD $50 to know your next 9 years, I will give you all this information of the cycles and everything for the next 9 years. Because cycles are only for 9 years, and every 9 years they'll either repeat or form new cycles. And so I will show you all that in this 90-minute session, and it costs you just USD $50. Regarding your health, I would be very careful for you regarding your lungs. Your lungs can weaken and asthma can be seen. And also your knees, you have to be very careful because you have planets that make you do everything very fast, walk fast and do things fast. And so that may hurt your knees in some way. And the planet of diabetes is also very active. So if your parents or grandparents have diabetes, tell yourself that you probably have inherited it from them. And so I can't talk much about health because all I know today is the 17th of September. I don't know any more information. So one day when we have a personal reading, then I'll have your full date of birth and your time of birth. And I will also be able to read your palms. You send me photos of your palms. That will be a complete reading. Complete reading of 90 minutes to check your next 9 years, the calendar years and the ages, how they merge, for the good or for the worse. I will give you all that information. So to come back to you, this is a very solid day you're born, 17th of September. And you must remind yourself that you're basically a teacher in many, many ways. You will be attracted to bring those who stray, to bring them back into society. That's a teacher. And a teacher in schools or teacher in colleges or universities. Many of you will be born on the 17th of September. Money is, of course, very important to you because you have many planets that want to make money for you. So investments in the stock market, you'll be interested. And investment in land or building or products like this from the building side, you will be also very interested. And you'll be very interested in farming because you look at land as the producer of energy. And this farming will also lead to you to study the power of the herbs and the power of medicine that comes from the earth. You have all this waiting to happen. It's about all me bringing things to light and therefore exciting you that all this can happen. And that I will do when I have a 90-minute session with you. And I will have your full date of birth and time of birth and be able to look at your palms. In the meantime, remember that you are out to help many, many people in your life. So a charitable person you will be, but also a successful in many ways. I look forward to meeting you one day. And before I leave you, I'll just show you my email again. So send me this email so that we can have a session of 90 minutes and so that I can talk to you about your next 9 years. In the meantime, it's wonderful to talk to somebody born on the 8th of September because I know many who are very successful and that they are helping society in many, many ways. And by the way, I know many sportsmen, or I've heard of many sportsmen, or I read about many sportsmen born on this 17th of September. Yes, they have the energy to contribute to the area of sports as well. Well, I hope to hear from you one day. In the meantime, I wish you a good life. Thank you. Goodbye.